Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Last time on Night and Day.
Nice. But now they're just like walking down at the bottom. That's pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
Once they start up this boat, we won't have much time before it explodes. How long? Not sure. Now.
Yeah.
Man, that is amazing.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, now he's gonna be traumatized for sure.
It's okay.
I say shooter.
Yeah, I say shooter.
Do it, AJ!
Nice.
AJ.
Man.
No. Okay, now it's a bit.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, AJ. You're good.
Yeah.
But probably not AJ and Clem.
Yeah.
Shit, the
I
bomb.
can't imagine.
AJ!
Oh no!
Oh.
Someone has set us up the bomb. Night and Day, back again.
Yes, we are back. Back in the world of The Walking Dead.
You guys can let us know if you like to see us try to put all of the comments or all of the choices and percentages lumped together with the final episode. We used to do that in the past, but then the episodes got to be like, you know,
Almost an hour or
yeah,
so.
50 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes
Yeah.
as opposed to the usual 30. So this time what we did was we've been putting the ending in one spot and the decisions in the next spot.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can weigh in if you have a preference. Please let us know,
Yep.
because there's no way for us to actually give you guys what you want unless we hear from you.
Yeah, pretty much. So right now we're like just guessing as to what the best format will be. So if
Yeah.
you have any particulars, just let us know.
Yeah, we'll just try things out here and there
Yeah.
unless we hear from you guys.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So in that case, sometimes you'll get what you want, sometimes you won't.
yeah, yeah.
There's no way around it unless you tell us what you want so that we are enabled to give it to you. But anyway, I guess we should...
Go through the percentages, right?
Well, first talk about this episode.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what we
yeah,
did last
for sure,
time.
yeah, for sure.
If they were presented in a reasonable way, like Lilly could have just said the argument that she said to Clem to the whole team, like, hey guys, we will give you a place that is safe. We will give you...
Right, right.
We'll train you in survival techniques that you need in this new world. We'll give you beds, we'll give you clean clothes, we'll give you, safety and structure and everything.
Right, all the food you want, like
Yeah.
you'll be part of a community that's like trying to help you survive,
Right.
kind of thing.
And then you have to join our team though, and that means if we're attacked or whatever, you fight our enemies with us, that's fine. But it's your call, yes or no, instead of just kidnapping people.
Yeah, and kind of forcing them into that life, and now they're already going to have such like malice kind of towards you anyway, then getting them on your side is going to be way worse.
It just seems like Lilly did have a reasonable argument to present, and the way she presented it right now was in a reasonable way. But then you hear the truth come out when Minerva's like, no, we have to do what she says or she'll kill everyone that we love.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
that makes sense. But that sort of thing arises from Lilly killed Sophie, not Minerva killed Sophie.
Yeah.
Lilly killed Sophie and said, that's why Minerva sides with her and eventually flipped. They were both rebelling, and then because of Minerva's rebellion, that's what got Sophie killed. Then that flips Lilly, or that flips Minerva. Maybe that would work, because then Lilly says, and if you don't obey this time, we're going to go back to your school, and every other person you've ever known is dead, just like your sister, and it's all your fault.
Right, and it's all
then,
you now. Yeah, exactly.
Then maybe Minerva flips. There's no way. They're already escaping in a boat, and then Minerva's like, oh, I gotta kill you, Sophie. Oh yeah, I made a mistake for my new family. There's no way.
I guess what she was saying was that like they didn't make it far, so Lilly captured them, or they got captured. But then it made it seem like Minerva just kind of like volunteered that. Volunteered to kill her.
Yeah.
It would, like you said, make sense, or make more sense if Lilly was like, if you don't kill your sister, then we're gonna go back to the school, kill everyone we love in front of you, and then kill you, or something like that. Like, even if you kind of like force her hand into it, essentially, that might be enough to get her to flip. But
even then, I don't see her pulling the trigger on her own sister. Like, I say, the sister is still the good example, or the reasoning that she ends up flipping, but it's still like, it's her fault. you guys tried to leave. Whose plan was it? And she eventually ferrets out that it was Minerva's plan. It was Minnie's plan, not Sophie's.
Yeah.
And then that's what gets Sophie killed. But there's no way in hell I see Sophie or Minerva pulling the trigger on each other. No way.
Yeah, that's a tough one for sure.
I can't see a scenario where they write that and it makes any logical sense unless there's like you said, they're already a bunch of other people are already captured and they're going to get taken out.
Yeah.
Even in that circumstance, twins? I don't think so. It seems I don't know how you would write that and make it real. They could have written it in another way where it would have been real as long as the twins don't pull the trigger on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, doesn't make sense. Did they say whether they were monozygotic twins or dizygotic twins?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. Because if it's mono, there's just no way. No way it would ever happen. There's just no way.
I think the bond is just so strong there. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Even if there's like disagreements about the ideas of staying or going, whether you're gonna whether you agree with them or not does not mean you're gonna pull the trigger on them. That's insane.
Yeah. So that element I think that's garbage. There's a lot of quality writing in this, but that is not a part of it. So if they're writing Minerva to be a total psycho, maybe if they snapped her, they could try to make that argument through constant food deprivation and torture and like all of this horrible nightmarish situations. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like you said, she made a conscious decision to say, well, I need to help my new friends over you. To the extent whereby...
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If they're making her that psycho, maybe she's the next villain, where she picks up Delta and she can be this big... have this big confrontation with Clem, because at least that's someone, as opposed to, Army soldier number 108.
Yeah, for sure. And especially because, they had Lilly be the villain for this.
Yeah.
It's like, you have such history with Lilly. I would feel like the next villain, especially for it to be this late in the game on episode 4, you need it to be someone that you already have rapport with.
Right.
And
or it fails.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're just like, okay, here's the big bad wolf coming out of nowhere again. So yeah, Minerva, you already have that kind of that bad blood that already exists with the group.
Yeah.
And she already kind of expressed her loyalties by killing her own sister.
Right. So maybe,
maybe you can make that argument.
Even then, at least it's somebody. It's not as strong as Lilly, but even if they bring up somebody who Clem already has a rapport with, like if they bring back Krista, and Krista's the big head honcho of Delta, it's still not going to be as strong as Lilly because we haven't had 3 whole. What do you call these? Not games, but chapters, whatever.
I think they call them episodes.
3 episodes, 3 whole episodes of interaction. So, and by the way, if Krista's 100% dead and we should have known that by the end of episode 2, then please don't tell us still, because we obviously don't know that.
Right.
And we didn't look up what happened to all the characters who went off screen, and we had unless it was resolved in the game, we don't know.
Yeah, we have no clue.
Right. So please don't tell us in the comments Krista's been dead. She is totally dead. You could have found out by not giving the man water in the camping episode in season 2, episode blah 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 from Fleet Flu. But if you can type musically, please do that and teach me how, because that would be cool. And the internet comments would be a more interesting place.
That would be insane. I think I would have to mute everything all the time because there's just so much comments just influx.
Hopefully it would only happen if you click on one, or else it would be sensory overload. Yeah, just
the entire time.
Go to a YouTube, and most YouTube comments are just like ours are usually pretty good, but sometimes you go and it's just people just outright vehemently
just yelling
screaming
at each other.
Yeah.
You
moron! You must this. How could you be that stupid? And it's just with music.
Can you choose that? It's heavy metal or classical, depending on how you talk. It's that, except just FU. As all of the notes as they arpeggiate.
Man. I want to sing it, but I know that I'll have to edit it.
I know.
And bleep myself 30 times, and it's not worth it. Exactly. All right, so I can feel it coming together.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I it's in my head. I was like, no, I can't. I don't want to do that.
All right.
Uh,
So yeah, the part with Minerva, not realistic. The rest of it was pretty well done. The part with Lewis, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So happy they brought it up to this extra level where it's like, oh damn, they're serious. They're not doing the typical Hollywood, oh they've captured him and they're torturing him, but that just means he's gonna have a little cut.
yeah,
And that's
it's
it.
like a bruise and a scrape, and then he's like just terrified after that or something like that.
Or he escapes like
and then-
90% of the time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and like usually it's just like he doesn't even get the permanent scar. It's just like, oh, in a few scenes you can see it's like you
It's
said,
already healed up and
damage,
everything's
then,
exactly.
Later,
It's like he was never touched at
right?
that point. Yeah.
But this is more like legit torture where it's like, okay. Hey guys, how's boat life treating you? Kid, shut up. Oh, don't worry. Everybody around here is really great. We'll be friends for sure. Kid, shut up. Oh, you'll get used to me. So yeah, that's like harsh, but it's realistic.
Yeah, for sure. And especially like, I mean, she was willing to do that to Violet immediately too. I mean, that was just to, I guess, set the precedence there. It's like,
But that part made no sense. Clem agreed. Like, if she just called off the freaking dogs at that point, she didn't need to teach another lesson.
yeah, I mean, she was going off and off about like, oh, this is not a negotiation or whatever.
Right.
And then, but then we give into what she says, and then I guess Clem's final like, oh, just don't hurt anyone else, and I'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Then she was like, okay, you're gonna do what I want, but I'm still gonna hurt someone else now.
Yeah, that was a little
regardless.
bit New Frontier-y, where, like, no matter what we picked, they were going to roll as if we picked the one they wanted. Where
Right,
Clem
right.
is fighting her the whole way.
I'm gonna get you, bitch. I'm gonna get you. I will never surrender.
And then it's like, okay, we're going to make a lesson out of your friend. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But like now that we've already agreed with you and you're still gonna do what we don't want you to do, now it's like, what's the point? Why would I agree with you?
Right.
Like, I will rather fight to the death than be on your side, and you're just gonna like torture my friends anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
The interaction makes no sense.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like there are two totally different conversations.
yeah, exactly. Like, and the whole like with AJ thing, I get like now Clem's gonna fight for AJ because obviously she's kidnapped AJ and can, you know what she's capable of because she did that to Lewis. So she could do something way worse to AJ because she knows just how much we care about AJ.
Right.
So yeah, I could totally see why you would go as hard as you can to get AJ back. But
Right.
when it comes to like doing that to Violet, it doesn't really make much sense at all. For her to go roundabout way just to make Clem more angry to not be on her team. But yeah, like you said before, the Lewis thing was fantastic. At first, I thought he was just like sitting in the corner because they like beat him up or something like that. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be another one of the, like, he's all shaken up and he doesn't know what to do. But like he's gonna come to in the end and he's gonna like find the strength when Clem needs him or something.
Right. Even when he turned around and his mouth was all bloody, I was still thinking that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
for
they
sure.
beat him up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as Asim was like, no, don't let him talk.
Yeah.
They cut his freaking tongue out. I was like, God damn it, that's insane.
Yeah. So harsh.
Yeah, for sure. It sucks for Lewis, but I'm glad they put that in there because at least it's consequences. It raises that bar. It's like, this is what they're capable of.
Yeah. So it seems like we would only have been able to romance Violet or Lewis before that point.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
whoever you save at the camp is the one who, while the other person is captured, you have a chance to like move the relationship forward.
Right.
That's your final, like, who you save at that one moment when the people are attacking the camp, when the raiders are there. That's, you're really picking, instead of who lives and dies, this time you're picking who do you romance.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I
That's what it
doubt we're
seems
gonna
like.
have
The
past this
opportunity,
point. It's like,
with Lewis, anything? Yeah, I don't think so.
yeah, with Violet
Oh,
either.
with even-
it just
yeah.
seems like, okay, we're friends. It's like, this is the one moment in time where you can be friends with the person
Mm-hmm.
or have a relationship with the person, as opposed to, okay, let's see how things go. There seems like there's some potential here. Let's,
Right, let's push that forward a little bit.
But it's, no, we're either romantic or we're friends.
Game over.
Yeah, you're
You-
getting like a little pin, or we're gonna kiss. Like, this
Yeah.
is it.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I guess, like, if you didn't choose Violet and you let Violet go, I'm assuming that her hand gets chopped off.
Yeah, from the scene they
From
just
the
were
scene,
playing.
Yeah, exactly. That could be like a little hint as to what could have happened to Violet. It seems interesting. Like, I don't know. At first, I didn't know what they would do to Violet because everyone was talking about how Lewis doesn't shut up, like, since you met him.
Right.
Like, so that is definitely like the cruelest punishment for sure. Is like he loves to talk and be the life of the party, and now he can't do that. But yeah, with Violet, I had no real clue what they would do, but until that scene, I was like, oh yeah, that definitely would make sense for sure. But yeah, that's so messed up.
Yeah, so it's cool that they brought it to that level.
Yeah,
Definitely
100%.
one of the highlights of that. So for the lowlights, I guess we had the Walker attack made no sense, but we easily rectified that by we just came in
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
side.
They just did it from the side like a smart plan should be, and
Yeah,
that never happened.
yeah, and then the Minerva thing didn't necessarily make sense the way they told it. It would be very hard to tell it in a way that makes sense with Minerva pulling the trigger on her own sister after staying with this rebel group for only 2 years. But anyway, those were the low points. The highlight, definitely Lewis. They brought it to a whole new level, and of course the struggle itself, really high action back and forth, and of course the bomb goes off at one of the most tense possible moments.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, we're at the AJ, can you shoot or not shoot? Maybe this time it means more like permanently AJ is now going to kill people forever and ever. One of the things that was really good about episode 3 was they said, hey AJ, earlier, in this case it's cool, and in this case it's not.
Yeah.
You can kill under these circumstances and you can feel remorse under these circumstances.
Right,
That's
right.
great. I was not expecting there to be any sort of conversation in this entire series where it's like, oh, in this situation, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's pretty cool to see. So hopefully that level of if then will still move forward with AJ.
Yeah, for sure. Because James was like, oh, I've seen this before, and if he kills one other person, like that could put him over the edge or whatever. And so I don't think it should be that simplistic, and obviously you should be able to introduce some level of nuance into the situation when you talk to AJ.
Right.
So yeah, I think I have a little bit more faith in AJ and also Clem's relationship with AJ than AJ just being like just so hardened now that even with Clem he won't listen to her and he's just going to be psychotically violent constantly. So,
Yeah. And because
like
James's argument was ridiculous anyways. Like, I did it once for no reason because somebody said my idea was not correct, or the idea of the group I was with was not correct, so I insta-gibbed him, slit his throat, and that's it. Like, it's totally different. AJ shot somebody who he thought was harmful to Clem.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally different worlds, dude. So I can understand, James, you don't want him to become like how you were. You were too frivolous with it, but he doesn't have to. You can still kill only for X reason that is, like AJ said, justified.
Right, yeah, exactly. And now, I mean, I feel like, I don't know if James has such a strong history with these people, but he knows what they're doing at least. Like, he knows that they are like kidnapping people and forcing them to be slaves and soldiers.
Yeah, that was interesting. It seemed like Lilly and James knew each other.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they had kind of a back and forth. It's like, oh, I'm not as afraid of you. Like, that's usually not someone or something you say to someone like when they're standing over you with a gun, unless you know something previously about them.
Right, and they were acting kind of familiar. Like, you do X, you're weak, was James' side, and then Lily's side was, oh, this is why the Walkers came here. He instant knew like what he could do.
Yeah,
as opposed
exactly.
to, so hopefully that was intentional writing and it was well done, and they do have a history, as opposed to Lily sees one zombie mask and she's like, oh, this is what happened. You like Halloween. Like, you could draw a different conclusion. But anyway. So, I guess we should check out our...
Yeah, let's see what the percentages are. Yeah. So, wow, a very hefty majority, 89% of people, plays Mercy killed Abel.
Yeah, because even at that point, it was like he was done no matter what.
Yeah, you were either going to, get or do his last wish or not.
And Mercy killing him is safer. Like, if he's not a walker, you're not going to get bitten.
True, very true. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have a dead body than a strapped in walker downstairs just in case. So Yeah, I think that one made sense. Oh, nice.
Wow, 50-50 on this?
Very, yeah. 49% of players respected James' beliefs and killed no walkers. Yeah, another 49% of players only killed some of the walkers, and
3% are trigger happy.
and killed every walker in the camp. That's amazing. He's like, I would love to help you. All I ask is you don't kill any of them. He's like, okay, I totally got you. Just like, just massing. Just heads are rolling down the road and just tossing them at James. Good luck, buddy.
The 3% of those people would have also been on board with the whole concept of when you go into the barn, like after the conversation, they're like, no, they're just meat sacks.
Yeah,
they're just animals.
For sure. There's no reason not to if you kill all of them there. Wow, we got a nice. Only 6% of people named the Bond AJ.
Yeah, I kind of don't like AJ.
Yeah, I don't either.
Willie Jr. would have been what we picked. I picked it, but just under the time limit. That's the risk we run when we always let that timer run super low every time. But
exactly.
Yeah. So we would have gone with Willie Jr. Mitch's masterpiece would be good if it seemed like Willie had said that he followed Mitch's instruction. Maybe he did, and we talked over it.
Maybe, yeah. But I know it looked familiar because the bombs that Mitch made earlier looked similar to this.
Right.
But like through implication, you wouldn't be able to get that.
Right.
Like,
so if he said it directly in that conversation where he was explaining stuff to Clem, then we could have gone with that. But I didn't catch that. So Ruby's Revenge, again, unless Ruby got captured in some alternate version of this, it makes no sense. It just sounds cool.
yeah.
It does sound the best.
Yeah, I agree. It sounds the coolest, but yeah, I don't think she has any reason to get revenge necessarily.
Yeah.
At least not that's blatantly obvious anyway.
Yeah, so we probably would have gone with Willie Jr.
It would have been cooler if AJ actually had something else instead of just AJ.
Yeah.
It's like AJ's Armageddon or something like that.
Yeah, they're going with alliteration for the rest of them. So, AJ, surprise, you're dead.
Surprise dummies. AJ.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 86% of players allowed AJ to attack Dorian, stopping her from cutting off your friend's finger. It was just a finger. That's less.
That's much less impactful.
Yeah, that's much less impactful.
She had a big cleaver. It didn't look like...
I don't know if you're going to get that precision.
Yeah.
Like with like a full palm out like that.
Yeah.
You get cut
with somebody moving and struggling.
Yeah, exactly.
So
now I feel like, I mean, if all that happens to Violet is she loses a finger over Lewis's tongue, kind of feel
not at
like,
all equal. Yeah,
they're not equal at all. But
yeah,
here's to hoping that it's not just a finger.
So this is split pretty close down the middle.
Yeah, 53% of players told AJ to kill Lilly.
Yeah, even though Lily's sitting there saying like, I will make sure all of my raiders leave forever. I just want to die. I will totally give up. You cannot trust her.
Yeah, I know. And you saw what she was really like when she had all the power and you didn't.
Exactly.
So now that the shoe's on the other foot, no remorse. Like, I know what you're gonna do and I know what you're capable of doing.
Right.
Screw it.
Right. If it's like, okay, here's an unknown quantity, it's a harder call. But Lily is not an unknown call. It's like when in New Frontier, where you're in the freaking truck with Javi and the first guy and you're captured, and the guy's like, I would like to kill you, I would like to kill your entire family, I would like to kill every human that you have ever talked to, I would like to kill myself because you have talked to me. Like, this guy is just all hell-bent on murdering anything close to Javi, including Javi. And then you escape. And you're like, should you kill him or let him be alive? Like, dude, it's not like this big moral decision when the person who is out of there is the person who's like, hey, if I ever see you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do anything that I can to make sure that there's a situation where it's just you and me and then a dead you next to the me who did the killing. That's not the dude who you're like, every human life is precious.
Yeah,
that's not that call. This is the same thing. Lily's a known quantity. If she was like, even the soldier number 108, then you're like, oh crap, what do we do? Because this person is as more innocent,
Yeah,
essentially.
right.
Or if they make promises like, I swear, dude, I will leave right now, even if...
Right, I'll walk away from Lily and all of this, and you just let me go,
exactly.
whatever.
Then it's a tougher call.
Right,
but
right.
Lily, there's no way we trust a word that's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are other people, like, in Delta and everything. All it takes is her just telling them, it's like, hey, there's a school here. Like, they have this, they have, like, these amount of people that live there. These are the resources. Go ahead and, like, take them. Like, I mean,
it's like you said, we saw how she acted when she had the power.
Yeah.
That's it.
For sure.
You know true version of Lily.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I do not really feel bad about that.
I'm kind of surprised that they put the part about James and the Walker at whether you killed the Walkers or not, as opposed to what you said after the barn scene. Because that's what I'm curious what people thought.
Yeah.
Like, what did people think in that specific scene? Because it was so strangely handled, where you're going through and, like, you touch the... It's
Wind
scary
chime,
at
whatever.
first.
Yeah.
You touch the wind chime and all of the Walkers move towards it. And that's normal Walker behavior from how we've seen him present throughout the entire game and most of the show. And they go to sound. But the developers play this super harmonious music.
Yeah,
like there's this epic thing and like sense of emotion and discovery that's happening. So they definitely hit it home with that sort of that design choice that the Walkers were having some sort of emotional response because of the way they
interacted with the wind chime, I guess.
Well, because of the way they presented it. The way they interacted was just purely, we are drawn to sound. But the way the writers and the developers presented it was, oh, they're drawn to sound.
Even
it's so majestic. Like, what?
Even when they're looking at the wind chime, it kind of has this feeling of like kind of like a reverence almost or something like that, which, it doesn't really make sense because when something's making sound outside, it's not like they look at it first and kind of like are in awe by it or something like that. It's more so just like, is this food or not? And then if it is, they eat it. If not, then they move on to other things.
Right, and the sound only exists to draw them towards something that might be food. So it's interesting that there's this discrepancy, and I would have loved to have seen the percentage there to see what the people weighed in on. Did people think, oh, the majestic music made it think, or... Now the developers are saying there's definitely more to what's going on inside the Walker's head. They're not just going to sound on an instinct level. We're playing this music. So they're having some sort of emotional, spiritual, some sort of connection. It's more than just this instinct level.
Right.
Or else you don't play.
It's just like sunlight bathing in. And it's just like, on their face. And they're just like in this majesty of it all kind of thing. It just, it doesn't make nearly as much sense. I would have liked it. I would have liked it if it was maybe something that was potentially more human, not just wind chimes, which are just proven that they are just auditorily cued, like beings. It's something that maybe elicits some kind of thing, like even in the first in The Walking Dead, when it was like the wife was
the
like
first
on the
episode
door
of
and
the
stuff
real
like
show.
that. Like you brought up previously, like that I think is well done, like kind of zombies actually having some extra processing.
I really would have liked it if they kept that in the series, but it seems like they completely removed it, and now we get to this part, and it seems like they're trying to say there is more going on in there with the way they played the music, so I'm very curious what other people would have said there.
I agree, for sure.
Violet is Mia now. She has changed her name. Find out what her name will be in part 4.
Yeah, exactly. She's taken a new identity, I guess.
Yes. Will she still be Mia in part 4? Or will she have changed her name again to Samantha?
Mamma Mia, who knows? Oh my god.
Violet was touched that you wanted to hear why she was sent to Erickson. Violet felt understood after you expressed sympathy about her reason for coming to Erickson. Violet was thankful when you let AJ stop Dorian from cutting off her finger. Not thankful enough to join the fight.
I know, really.
That part was a little weak sauce too, to tell you the truth. Like her huddling into his side would have made, still not even would have made that much sense if she lost a finger. Like if she lost her whole hand, she's out of the fight.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
like a finger, I could see her still be like, rah!
Like wanting to fight fight for her and her friends, even after learning that Minerva just killed Sophia.
Yeah.
Like, I would think you would have more strong feelings than huddling in a corner somewhere.
AJ's MIA. I guess everyone's MIA because the boat exploded. Even Clem is technically MIA.
That is true. She just hit the wall in the boat, and that was it. And now we have no idea where everybody is. No. AJ felt conflicted after you killed Abel, sparing him from turning. Okay. Felt defeated when he said that there was no way to prove it could be together as walkers.
And that's the best one so far, though, because that's the one where we actually introduce nuance. Mm-hmm. It's not just A and it's not just B. We just don't know. So she said it. You can't base our decision on that. We don't know.
Right, exactly. We have no way of proving it, so let's not worry about that right now.
I'm so happy. Good job, Telltale. I'm so happy they put decisions like that into the mix. Mm-hmm. I don't think any decisions like that have been in this entire series from episode 1 to this point.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anyone like that actually walk that line or infer some level of nuance into the picture. Last one, AJ felt powerful after you told him to shoot Lilly.
Yeah, that's a dangerous
way the
to
power
phrase
hungry
it.
kind of way to go about it is not good. Lilly was surprised by your offer to cooperate, and now she's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Lilly does not get 3 bullet points because she's got more than 3 bullet holes.
Yeah, exactly. AJ just unloaded the entire clip into it. Felt assured when you promised him mercy, Abel.
That's weird.
Assurances.
No way. Maybe Lilly would have ended up dead no matter what, given Abel's here and he's dead no matter what. So maybe somebody else would have accidentally brought Lilly to a close.
I mean, with all the torture we put him through, assurance is an interesting thing to feel when your bones are protruding out of your legs.
They made him a pretty tough character. He couldn't be intimidated, but he was super afraid of turning, so that you could have leverage on him even if you didn't torture him.
Exactly, yeah.
So no matter what, it's kind of, that was a little bit Hollywood, a little friendly.
Yeah, Lewis was traumatized after he spent time with the Raiders. Makes sense. And was consoled by her promise to take him home, or take them home. Okay.
Yeah, but is anybody alive who was in the lower portion of the boat? Well, no, we got them out first.
Yeah, we told them to run. And
they were on the run.
Yeah.
10 is MIA. 10 was grateful when you stood up for him against Willie. 10 was grateful when you promised to tell Minerva you forgave her. Yeah. Is 10 still going to be grateful when his own sister shoots him in the face?
Yeah, really. Finds out his sister has holes in her.
Minerva is MIA. Minerva was stunned when you told her Marlon killed Brody. Minerva considered herself irredeemable despite your assertion that she could come home. Minerva felt heart-strick.
Heart-sick?
Oh, heart-sick. Okay, yeah. I was going to say it's heart-stricken, but heart-sick is actually legit. All right, so Minerva felt heart-sick that Rob was inserting N's or R's into words that didn't happen. Minerva felt heart-sick after learning 10 forgave her. Well, not heart-sick enough to actually do the right thing.
Exactly, yeah. She still ended up betraying us anyway, so now look at it.
She fooled me, though. She's like, I will do the right thing. But also, I wouldn't have thought she could beat us and Violet
honestly,
in that scenario.
Because, she hit us over the head with the crossbow and then immediately, turns over to them and they're, both done. AJ is not going to do much. He's just witnessed Clem just get the crap beaten out of her, but
maybe he goes into full-on, I'm going to bite off your hands.
Yeah, that's true. He's bitten off 4 people's hands at this point.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of good work.
And nobody says anything. Asim and Omar just chilling in their cell
Exactly. It's thank goodness they're here to do something because I can't help myself.
And when they're getting attacked, we're not even going to say, look out. We're just going to be they told us not to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Asim, I had hope for you. You turned out to be trash.
He's definitely a fake leader. It seems like. James.
All right.
James was thankful that you respected his beliefs and spared the walkers. You're welcome. James felt elated when you said there might be more to walkers. And James was devastated. And you told AJ to kill Lilly. It's yeah, James, whatever you want. Shoot that bitch.
Yeah. We never misled James. It was maybe. We'll be respectful of you.
Yeah.
Maybe about walkers. We don't know. Yeah, we're still gonna kill someone who's a threat.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye, James.
And she was willing, she was more than willing to kill you too. So I feel like we did a good thing for everyone.
Yeah, we did the right thing for AJ and you.
Huh.
The state of the school. Oh, here you go. You guys are definitely the B squad. A sim.
Yeah, here you go, B squad. Rosie is worried about everyone. I feel like she would have to be.
I feel like she wouldn't have that level of awareness to be worried about everyone. Like I'm sure
It's like everyone in the entire world. It's just society as a whole. Rosie's very upset about. Willie was excited that you wanted to name the bomb. Okay, that was it.
That happens no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh,
really.
no, it doesn't. We did choose.
Oh, yeah. We said that we were definitely going to name the bomb,
Yeah.
not like,
Yeah.
crap on his idea. And Ruby was proud you did not recognize her official Erickson evaluation.
Yeah, I thought that was well disguised. I don't think she would have legitimately actually been at that school after,
long, yeah.
with her current. If she said that was me from a long time ago, then what are you still doing at the juvie?
Right, yeah, exactly.
What?
You can
How
pick,
did we miss 3? You can take the wind chime?
Yeah, you can pick the wind chime up. No way. Unless there was a different wind chime.
Seems unlikely.
There was a rabbit's foot and
a horseshoe.
Huh. All right.
Wow.
I don't.
Was there another place we could have even gone? I'm kind of surprised at this one.
Think so. I mean, yeah. This is. I feel like we were pretty thorough. So.
We looked around.
Yeah,
we even looked for the little rock baseball interaction.
Yeah,
dot.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Still
should
nothing.
we have been looking around on the way to the camp, on the way to the fight and all this stuff? Like, it seems like no.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe. No, you can't even look around in the barn with the walkers because you just have to move forward.
Right.
Like, that's it.
I tried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't get anywhere with that, so.
Yeah, Travis did it the
that's
first
weird.
time. Then we had to reload and do that again because
Yeah.
it didn't save our checkpoint the right way. But
Right.
yeah, we did all the same barn decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so what? I don't know where we would have missed those things. Like the horseshoe might have been at the barn.
Yeah, I could see that like hanging up at the barn somewhere. But the wind chime, I
Or
don't
the
know.
horseshoe could have been anywhere on the floor. in the
Yeah,
hay.
honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. Or maybe somewhere in the school after the whole like thing happens, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't. I don't remember that many times where we could have even looked in areas
Right.
other than the barn. The
Right,
barn we could
right.
walk around,
Yeah,
and other places. Huh.
that is weird.
Okay. So we missed 50%.
Yeah.
All right. Feeling silly about that.
Yeah, we're usually pretty good about those, but yeah, that sucks.
That's kind of cold if you do take the wind chime. Like,
Yeah, his one like thing that he knows that they love and they like, or actually they like just revere, and he's just like, give me that. I want this for my room. So.
Or
best
maybe
of
you
luck.
could only get that if you totally crap over all of James' ideas, and he's like, "No, I will not help you, no matter what. You're a horrible person."
right,
And you're
right.
like, "Fine." You run in, take the wind chime, and the horde follows you out.
Oh, wow, maybe.
And then you still can get the horde to go towards the boat.
Yeah. I guess, but then they would have to still like make it to the boat. But maybe at that point it doesn't matter because once everyone on the boat's distracted by walkers close by, it doesn't mean that they have to be heading straight for the boat. It's just close enough to get them to focus on other things. Mm-hmm. So yeah, potentially, maybe it was just our choices that kind of led us astray on those. Instead,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
Who knows?
But that one scene with you going under the water and seeing the walkers walk up was really sweet. Though.
Yeah, that was
pretty badass.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked actually getting to see them like walk on the bottom.
Yeah.
and because I was always curious, like, what would that look like and how would they interact? Like, it's pretty cool to see them actually like take advantage of that. Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, really. Yeah, definitely. This whole thing has been much higher level graphically, the animation wise. Well, anyway, that's gonna cover it for this episode of our choices. And we will see you guys next time for episode 4.
Indeed, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah, join us in the next episode and let's get this show on the road. Let's see what life post-Lilly looks like for Clem and the gang. Hopefully it's a lot better, but a lot of crap has hit the fan, so who knows?
Yeah,
We'll see.
especially given everyone is MIA. We
Yeah.
don't know what. I like that style of, okay, this time, you don't know anything, any status about anyone.
Exactly.
Everyone's gone.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, you have no idea who's alive, what condition they're in, like where they're at. Like everything's just kind of up in the air until you play that next episode. So I guess, yeah, join us in the next one and see if we can't find some answers.
And some people, because who knows where the hell anyone is.
That's true.
Let's do it! We'll see you guys next time!
See you guys next time.
It might explode
Yeah.
while it was floating.
Exactly.
There! We can climb down from there.
Oh, I thought he was pointing to like a can of food.
I thought so too. That just fell down.
There.
There.
I've never tried peaches before.